started here. It looks like we have a flute and some boots. 1 gem seed. Yeah, I didn't see which spells they had, but we'll take a look when they bring up another menu. Only one bar of life though to start. Victor's gonna take a dive into Death Mountain, finds the Hammer Cave right away. Dr. J finds Bagoo right away. That is interesting. Victor must have backed out of Hammer Cave there, so it looks like they have thunder. Saw that. Hopefully we'll get another look here. Victor's coming in on another spell. Nope, it looks like they had shield. Oh, and life. Okay. Like, Dr. J's diving into a palace here already. We'll see what he can find. Now with jump, it looks like Victor's gonna head in and get his down stab. They must not have started with down stab. Dr. J is getting a couple levels though. Looks like sprite-wise we have Stalfos versus Stalfos here. Victor coming in on down stab. Like this is Palace 2 that Dr. J is going for here. Definitely doing some careful fighting here, trying to keep that one block of life going. Finds himself an extra life though. He walks up to the bridge and realizes, I think, that he doesn't have jump or fairy. It is possible to make it up there without either, but it's pretty precise. I don't blame him for not going for it on that one. They're gonna nope out a trophy cave. Det finds a dead-end path there. I mean, they could be looking for a raft, but they may not need it if Great Palace is in the west. Who knows? Jar for Victor. I'm sure at this point he would have rather that be a heart container. But he'll take the death shortcut out of there. No hint from tune. Points. Victor's finally going to get a little bit of leveling going. Dr. J finds the item room that I think he was looking for. It is an extra life, which I'm sure was not what he was looking for. Seems like a decent red iron knuckle dripper enemy. A couple 100 points. Must have just been trying to get that next level. We'll see, maybe he'll try to go finish the palace, get his one gem out of the way. That way, if he were to come across a great palace, he could just give it a try. Magic level for Dr. J there. Gonna up A out of it though. You're finding the magic container cave. Ooh, we had taken out most of the enemies there, but another jar! I imagine he was hoping heart container. Dr. J finds the heart container cave. Really trying to take it easy here, trying to take it safe. Here finds a rock block cave. Didn't see what Dr. J picked up there. Jay sees the grass tile too, just a pea bag though. Victor getting another spell here out of Lifetown. Rails? Berry, which he's very excited about. That's a good find at this point. I think clearly right now Dr. J's got an advantage on levels and Victor's got an advantage on spells. Both one gem, there could be a lot left, or there might not be much left at all. The main thing that is likely but not necessarily required is the glove coming. Like Dr. J's going through town here, he's gonna pick up his fairy spell. Probably be happy about as well. Especially because I don't think he ended up grabbing jump like Victor did, so he could probably head straight for downstab. Yeah, we're duking it out with the Stalfos. Victor finds Medicine Cave and gets hit by a rock in the back of the head. See if he goes straight back there or if he's looking onto something else. Dr. J finds this is either 3 or 6. He's just trying to farm the guy. Now he's gonna dive in and see what he can see. Like this is probably 6. I think 6 is the one with the locked door. Yeah, I think at Life 1 and 1 Heart Container, there were a lot of deaths. It was pretty rough, but even at Life 2 it hasn't been so bad, and at Life 4 Dr. J's been able to take a couple hits, so yeah, I think they're doing okay. I don't think they're links stuck in the wall. I think they stay as Stalfos. They're changed the main character and not swapped with the enemy entirely. Definitely see them both kind of playing it safe in some of their battle strats, though. Yeah, missed opportunity. Looks like Victor's gonna head into this is either 2 or 5. I'm not sure. He's trying to farm a couple of the Dripper enemies. It's a Red Iron Knuckle with decent experience, so it's not really not the worst idea. Catching up a couple levels here. Victor making use of that thunder to try to burn through some of the Dripper enemies, get some experience here. Oh, this was 2 that Victor stepped into, and Dr. J did see this room, but he ended up getting turned around. Because he didn't have jump or fairy, and it is possible to get through that room in this direction. But it's pretty tight timing to do so. Those Doom Knockers are pretty tough enemies, and especially with just the one The 1 bar of life. It looks like Dr. J finds Barba here, though. So we'll see how he does with 1 heart container. If he does okay here, he'll have his one palace out of the way. So just trying to play it safe. Big lag. 2 Doom Rattlers on Victor's screen there. Big lag screen. He's gonna try to pull out the Thunder Spell. Get in between them and smash him that way. Oh, it was too late though. Wait. He gonna dive back in? He is. Bit of a long fight on Dr. J's side, but I think he'll be happy with it if he gets through it. Not sure if Victor's gonna go for the different route here or if he's gonna stick with the same one. Like it's different. Well, unless he had a key this time and not before, he could go through a door there. The key drops do seem to be pretty reasonable in this seed. I've seen them both get several keys, so. Oh, Victor frustrated with that death, just trying to back off the Iron Knuckle and just getting tin suits all up and down the place. Dr. J does take down Barba. He'll place his 1 gem here. They get a pretty decent bonus at it. It looks like some of the levels here are starting to get expensive fast. At least attack 5 was a bit expensive. Well, we'll see what Dr. J looks for next. I think at this point he's got to be looking for either the he must have the hammer because he just hit a hammer. That might have been the one that I missed. He'll either be looking for Great Palace or the raft to get across. Then, you know, the glove would also be a good find. What flags are these? These are the max Rando flags, so you could be given anywhere between 1 and 8 hearts to start the game, and they drew the 1 heart, which can be a bit difficult especially in the early game, and even in the later game if you don't find any heart containers, because also the maximum number of heart containers, I believe, is also random, so there might not actually be any more heart containers out there. Yeah, so we probably, you know, if we saw every item location, we may know. Although I haven't. I've just been trying to keep the tracker updated. I haven't been marking down all the locations of everything. Victor's found another palace here. I'm not sure which one this is. This is probably 1. Yeah, it's got the key. So Victor's in 1, which is a decent choice. Usually the easiest palace. Dr. J is in Trophy Cave. He's gonna find his another magic container if he gets through here. I'm pretty sure that's what was in here. Oh, Victor dies on the last hit at Horsehead there. The heart and life stat, yeah, basically increasing your life level reduces the amount of damage that you take. And then getting a heart container increases the number of boxes, the amount of total health here. But it's not even exactly hits per heart, because there is a number, there is an actual digit value to the health. I presume it's the same as magic. Each box of magic is 16 magic points. And I assume that probably means each box of life is 16 hit points, or however many hit points. Alright, so Victor finishes out one, so he's back to looking for the raft, or presumably the raft and the glove. They both completed a palace, and I believe Dr. J completed 2 and Victor completed 1, and I believe we also Dr. J spent a little bit of time in 6, I believe. So those would be the 3 palaces on the western continent, which means we're gonna have to head east at some point. Victor sees that extra life and is not impressed. Dr. J had found that one earlier. Dr. J finds the hammer cave, and I think Victor came across this. Excuse me. Right at the beginning of the seed, but of course with 1 bar of life he didn't go for it. And it looks like Dr. J is gonna try it now, so we'll see. This could make a difference. I mean, if it becomes necessary later, I think Victor will probably remember where it is, because it's I think the first cave he went into. But yeah, both of these in the dark with low health, proving to be a bit difficult. Victor's still got a couple more chances. There are 3 lives. They start with 3. And Victor gets a P-Bag for his efforts, which he's not impressed with. He is going to try to walk out of here, I think maybe save and see if he can get a level out of the deal. .50 bag there, not enough. J is going to see if he can shield his way to the item here. Oh, and he finds the raft. Gonna try to walk out of here. Finds the raft. Alright, well, let's see if he's gonna sail immediately east. I expect he probably will. Unless he stops at maybe a palace entrance to farm a level or something, because I'm not sure. Why not up A there? I mean, this puts you out pretty close to the start anyway, so it's not that huge of a deal. Victor gets his item out of the heart container cave. I think that was the hammer, because I think that's the one I missed Dr. J getting as well. Like maybe Dr. J is looking for pea bags, but he found that extra life instead. Little Stalfos. Victor's found the pea bag cave. I think Dr. J was in this one earlier, and I think Victor will probably be disappointed. Jay finds the dead end. Yep, it's a pea bag, so he does get his level out of the deal. But it wasn't exactly what he was hoping for. Dr. J gets his level too. Finds another pea bag there. He's gonna head to get his down stab finally. Was clipping along pretty well without it there for a while. Victor's gonna head to, oh no, maybe he's not gonna head to Hammer Cave. Looking for a rock. You're gonna head to Hammer Cave. Nope, he's gonna nope back out of there. Maybe he remembers seeing Hammer Cave and doesn't remember which one it was. We stepped into it right at the beginning of the seed. It's that top right one by the water. Oh, the troll enemy placement on those screens. Yeah, the non-vanilla screen. Yeah, Victor must be looking for the rock here and not the cave. May not be wild about the cave since it's just the one heart container. Dr. J gonna head east here. He's heading for the coasts. Like, oh, extra life. Looks like Victor's shaking his head. I think he was hoping for enough experience for that level, and he did get an extra life, so he'll have another life to try to get the last of that experience. He gets it with the P bag. He'll take his attack level. Way out of there. Lifetown, I think Dr. J was through there. Finds Palace 1. And maybe this is what he was looking for, because I don't think he's been in Palace 1. Go item hunting here and be disappointed. And Victor's gonna do Hammer Cave here. Try it anyway. But he will be rewarded if he makes it through here. Jay finds that extra life, and I don't think he's wild about it. So we'll see if he heads east now. Where's he go? He forgotten that it's a 1-gem seed? Or is he just trying to... I'm not sure. Maybe he's trying to get some experience and grind out another level? And there's the raft. I think that's what Victor was looking for. We'll see if he heads east. Be the first one. Alright, Dr. J grinded out that level. Let's see what he's up to next. Find a key. Yeah, definitely some of the safe strats here on Dr. J's side. I'm not sure, he just up 8 out of there. I wonder if he realized that it's 1 gem and he already placed it. comes across Medicine Cave, so he'll take a look in here and be disappointed. Like Victor went to the east here, so we'll get a look at over on Eastern Hyrule. And the pea bag. Victor comes across Maze Island here. Guess we'll see which what palace we have. That must have been 5 because they had 2 on the western continent. Looks like he's gonna go item hunting here, presumably hoping for a glove. Yeah, glove or a heart container. I'm sure neither of these guys would say no to a heart container. Really, the only thing they probably need right now is the glove. We haven't seen Great Palace yet, so we don't know if glove is really required. Like, DrJ finally heads to the east, so we'll get another look at Eastern Hyrule from a different perspective. Victor going through an encounter, not finding the easy item spots that he's looking for. Survived on probably 0 HP exiting the screen there. Goes. Not gonna keep searching the whole area. Just gonna exit. We're just gonna try to get through this screen. He did find New Kasuto and just didn't make it in. It is. Need 7 magic containers for the magic container lady. DrJ came out to Maze Island as well. It looks like we're seeing a lot of the same Eastern Hyrule from both of our runners. DrJ finds that pea bag. I think Victor did find that one. What he finds in the spell cave. Victor picks up the magic key, which probably won't do him much good unless the glove is required and buried in another palace. But it could be. We haven't had a glove or a great palace sighting yet. I think the thing I'm curious about is if they find the great palace before they find the glove, will they go for it? Will they step in and see if they find a honeycomb room, or will they just keep looking for the glove? Victor back to Maze Island. Can't be too many spots we haven't checked for that other drop in Maze Island. Invincible Tektite there. Oh, there in that little stub dead end, it's a trophy, which I think it was not what Dr. J was looking for. Of course, Victor right behind him. Also, not what he was looking for. Dr. J finds the dead end, he's gonna have to backtrack out of here. Still has a couple lives though. Alright. We're gonna take the desert path here. Gonna find some new territory. A road right to the desert path. We did start with flute, so... Did both get the trophy. Somebody got the kid too, I think. Extra life on the water tile. Dr. J stepped into another palace here. This must be 5? Gonna take a gamble on glove in 5, probably. Hammer in the west, which they've gotten. That's not a useful hint. Yeah, diving 5 is a bit of a gamble, but I also, you know, I don't know. I don't mind the play just because, you know, you're already here on Maze Island. And I feel like a lot of times I've found that getting the item in 5 isn't that bad. Problem is it can be tragic and extremely far and, you know, dangerous to get there. But I've had a fair number of seeds where it was really pretty easy. You're definitely in gambler territory. The big nice thing about Palace 5 is that it's not glove blocked anywhere. So even if you haven't found that glove, you at least know you're not going to get glove blocked out of it. Whereas, you know, you could spend just as much time in Palace 2 and then end up with that one glove block in your way. So dead end there for Dr. J. Victor's gonna get his spell here. Looks like the fire spell. I think we've seen what fire is, so maybe reflect. Unless maybe it was spell and I didn't. Dr. J playing it safe here, killing pretty much everything. He's actually well on his way to grinding out another level. Victor takes another magic level there. Oh, here it is. Dr. J finds the item room he was looking for. And it is a jar. It could be interesting because we did see that the magic container lady is seven containers, so if the glove happened to be in there, that could actually be pretty huge for Dr. J. And he doesn't know that because Victor was the one that stepped into New Kasuto. I don't think that Dr. J has come across it yet. It's like he is trying to find a couple more enemies to finish grinding out his level here. The path leads Victor right to Valley of Death. In the dark, over the lava. He's gonna try it though. He's gonna ferry straight through, not gonna try to fairy feet. Oh. That could get interesting. We just saw a corner of Valley of Death become a bridge encounter, and I guess we'll see where it puts him when he comes out on the other side. Oh, fire is thunder, I see. It could be kind of useful if fire is sufficiently cheap. Oh. Well, so this could be a broken seed if the Great Palace is on Valley of Death. I don't think there's a way to get to it. So I know 1, 2, and 6 are on the west. And I know 5 is on Maze Island. So 3, 4, and Great Palace must be on the west. So I think we've seen 4? I thought Victor stepped into 4, but I'm not sure about that. We're looking for one of the other two. The other two palaces in the west. Great Palace. Oh, Victor finds the glove on the desert tile, the glove he's been looking for a while. But now I think he's concerned is there's an inaccessible palace. There's another palace and the Three-Eye Rock, so we're gonna find out. 33% chance the seed is unbeatable. Oh, now 50% chance the seed is unbeatable. Oh, there it is! Great Palace. Finds the glove, finds the Great Palace. The seed is gonna be beatable. We are saved. That was quite the roller coaster of emotions there. Had this been a had this been a 6-gem seed, it would not have been beatable. I wonder if it would have checked though. It might be interesting to try to generate this as a. It might be interesting to try to generate this as a 6-gem seed and see if it fixes something. Oh, I need to mark it. Thank you. No, so Victor got the glove on the desert tile right before he walked up to these two palaces. We are good on the glove, but if it had been in 4 on Valley of Death, then... And it was required, I'm not sure if we saw a glove block yet in Great Palace, but... The 1 heart container, though, that's gonna be a tough Thunderbird fight. Dr. J is heading that direction. We'll see if he finds the Valley of Death. Oh, you know what? Now that I think about it, you should probably be able to encounter skip your way to Great Palace, or to Palace 4, I guess. Shouldn't be entirely inaccessible, right? That counts as a lava tile. You should be able to get there, so I guess it's not broken. Dr. J's weighing his options here. If he tries to fairy feet. I'm assuming Victor must have decided to try some of the other routes through Great Palace and hope that a one heart container Thunderbird isn't required. Getting the jar luck today, though. Using that fire thunder now. Chicken nights in the waffle rooms. Making good use of that fire thunder. Base planting in the drop room. Just gonna ferry his way through it now. I'm assuming he didn't grab upstab. Ooh. They took 2 casts to kill that spicy chicken. That's another choice. He might see. Oh no, he up A's. He must have seen the backside of that before. I'm not sure how we'd know, because that could happen in multiple places, right? There are 2 of those drop rooms, and more than 2 of the tea rooms. But maybe he had some way to realize it was right at the start of the palace here or something. Use of thunder, going left in a fun room. Not sure what's going on with Dr. J here. Timer is still running. Yeah, we didn't find all of the item locations and all the palaces and everything, but neither runner found a heart containers. It's kind of made for a tough seat on deaths. Oh, this is a room you don't see in short GP too much. Very required to go left in this room. We got the bottom side of the L7 room. A drop to itself. Got another life here. Another try. And finds a dead end. Finds the Eon drop. Take the drop. Going left into that room usually makes sense. Finds another drop room. One with the enemy. Goes back to the Jackamus room, which I think he's seen before. Yeah, he came upon this from the right side before. I think this might be leading him back to Thunderbird. His last life anyway. Yeah, Victor took the game over there, so we'll see which route. See if he has any other routes to explore, or if he'll be going right for Thunderbird here. Like he went straight for Thunderbird, so maybe he exhausted the other route. Maybe that was the full loop. So he'll get a couple chances here at Thunderbird, and we'll see if he can play it safe. I don't know that he can even take a hit. I don't know if he casted shield though. The shield spell. Oh, takes a hit. Either that or maybe he just isn't bothering because it one-shot him even with shield. I guess it's possible that Dr. J's capture just froze up. We aren't getting any audio for him either. I just don't know if he's continuing or if he's gotten distracted. The doctor conceded he is not. I have not seen anything in SRL. I think we're not sure now if his capture screwed up or if he's been distracted or something, or what was going on. I think we're a little unsure, but we'll let it play out and see. Like, Victor did cast Thunder a couple times. At least one of those, I think, saved him from a fireball that was coming right at his head. Have a tough pattern there, but I'm trying some pause strats to see if he can find a path through the madness. Oh no. Yeah, he saved that a couple times with Thunder. It just wasn't enough. What's with the life bars? This is a Max Rando, and in Max Rando you may start with anywhere from 1 to 8 hearts, and you may have a maximum of 1 to 8 hearts. So in this seed we started with 1 heart, and we have not checked all of the item spots, but we have not seen any heart containers this whole seed from either player, so Dr. J, I think, has not resigned as far as we know, and we're not sure if he was distracted or something, or if his capture is screwed up, or what's going on. His stream is still running, the timer is going, and I can see him making movements, but I have not seen any movement from the capture. So. Oh, Victor takes the hit in the back, trying to hide in the corner. I'm not sure if it's a pseudo resign or not, because it's not clear what he's up to. Possible that his capture has failed and he doesn't actually know, and he's still playing, but I guess it'd be a little weird because it's actually both audio and video that we've lost. Yeah, definitely. Even at life 6 here, taking a 1-shot on T-Bird, you have to fight it clean, and we'll see how many attempts it takes Victor. Really saved it there a little bit with the Thunder. Doing pretty well on this attempt. Oh, he got caught there a little bit because... Oh, here we go. See, Dr. J has reset his capture. And now he is back. Commentators curse. Yeah, no, he was doing pretty well, but then I think he used Thunder and then didn't quite get out of the way. quick enough. We missed some of Dr. J. I assume he probably has the glove. Yeah, it was on his pause menu there, but he is in the Great Palace, so he was not resigning or forfeiting or anything. He was just frozen in his capture was frozen in time there. But we'll see. I think I'm presuming I wasn't paying attention to all the routes, but I'm presuming that Victor checked all the routes and he's down to Thunderbird. So we'll see how long it takes Dr. J to make the same conclusion. And then we'll see if that happens before or after Victor can take out Thunderbird here. Just barely saved that one. And a rain of fire coming in on him. That was a close. Takes him out this time. You can see the relief on his face. He's moving through. It was a very clutch T-Bird kill by Victor. Who now it looks a bit in disbelief that he seems to have not taken all the other routes. Yeah, as Trails points out in chat, he did take the Eon drop and did not go left there across that. I don't know what all routes are available or taken, but that's one that I know we saw for sure. He walked into that room once. Dr. J's in there now. He's probably gonna take the drop the first time. No? No. He will take the across the bridge. Oh, for the extra life, so that wasn't it either. I think there was also a left after this, wasn't there? Or an up, maybe? There was something. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't have a patented Buzz Thunder hand-drawn map. Yeah, that's true. We did drop into the room with the rocks or whatever, and took a right. And I don't think Victor took that left either. It wasn't this one, it was another. Maybe it was the next room. One of them. I think Trails in chat is right. There was a left. After a drop room. Full health with beeping, yeah. That's one thing I always forget too, and Zarnax is always the one to point out. Make sure you turn off the low health beep when you do max rando, because there's a chance you could get one heart container start, one heart container max, and the criteria for the beeping is one heart container, so you're just gonna be beeping all seed. It's like Dr. J has found Thunderbird here. Oh, he's going to one heart container. He's gonna jump into him. He's gonna fight risky strats here. No health, no magic. Just jumping into the fire. He's done pretty well so far. Surprisingly well. Oh, he escaped that one. That was close. Oh, and there he takes his bop. DrJay is gonna give it another try here. Still going with the jump strat, and that may be. I know there's people that's the way they practiced. I know early on when I first started and was running all keys, that was the strat I used to use was with jump, and I found, especially now, you know, sometimes you don't have jump. It's easier. Or more consistent, especially in this sort of low health situation, not to. DrJay is gonna bang his head against the wall one more time here. I mean, I think clearly it's gotta be possible. He jumps right into the flame again. We'll see if he'll take the same route or if he'll do something different. Now DrJay has exited. He's gonna take a look around. I'm not sure if you know what he's looking for. Victor ended up with, I don't know if that was a death or an up A there. Yeah, it could be that he's looking for another heart container, which may exist. Or he could be looking to grind up a level. It was game over for Victor, okay. Yeah, it seems like maybe he has an idea of where he wants to go. Definitely making use of that fire thunder here. Getting bopped anyway, though. Random dolls, yes. In Max Rando and in depending on the flags you have, anyway. The drop list and, you know, how often things drop can be one of the things that's randomized. So in this seed we've seen extra lives and keys as a part of the drop table. So that is definitely a possibility. For the support there, Omega Falf. Life there for DrJay. You're trying to take lefts here. Out of magic though. Ooh. Took a knife to the back of the head, but he survived it. How do they tell if a cave is worth exploring or not? So most of the cave, even if they don't have the candle, most of the caves have a distinct shape to them. There are very few where there are more than one cave with the same entrance shape. So, and then and even in some of those cases, you can tell by the enemy spawns which cave it is you're actually entering. So you usually know if, say, it was Trophy Cave or one of the pea bag caves, or, you know, a magic container cave. There are a couple, especially in Death Mountain, that look the same, at least from one side. Left in the Trails room. It depends on the flags, but in these flags, the pea bag caves are included in the randomization. So a pea bag cave, or a cave that originally in vanilla had a pea bag, could have, you know, the kid or a flute or something. So in this seed and with these flags, the pea bag caves are included, and so it could be any item. Be a one-up, be the raft. But yeah, that's just a part of the options. You can say if those caves should be included in the shuffle. They are here in Max Rando. Just gonna fire thunder that guy. Avoid the knife situation. Hoping he's using thunder for the correct enemies. Not running completely out of magic. There, he found Dark Link. He's shaking his head a bit. It's been a bit of a rough one heart container seed. See, it's not a guarantee here either, because he could get jumped on by a skeleton. Oh, and he takes him down. GG to VictorSantafe. Left side mashing fix. No, the cheese strap for Dark Link is still in play. There's no option to disable that. We do see people once in a while do the intended strat and fight him the real way, but especially if the race isn't over yet, you know, you beat him as quickly as possible. E-strat. I'm not sure about the FDS version. I know there have been ROM hacks that I've played where they put lava on the edges so you can't get to that edge of the screen. Man, that was terrible. Says Victor. We'll see if we can. Let's join the voice channel here, and we'll see if we can. Victor wants to stop in. I imagine he will have a thing or two to say about that seed. Yeah, that was a pretty tough one. The definitely the one heart container really made that one difficult. And then we'll see if Victor wants to join us here. I think it's a little unclear if DrJ is just trying to look for a heart container or farm levels or what, but see if he tries to finish this out. He is looks like he may be heading back in. Rent the game. Yeah, we can talk about that if he went in. I bet you could. I bet you could encounter skip that. Dr. J is heading back to T-Bird here. Take one death to get his magic back.
Hey man, can you hear me?
Yep, hey Victor. Victor, we'll see
Hey
if
man,
the
sorry,
audio
I
seems
didn't
right.
see anyone in the room, so I thought we were silent or something. But yeah, thank you. It was awful. This was terrible. This was kind of embarrassing too. I made a lot of mistakes, but well, I discovered some things. I was telling Trails in chat that I think there is a glitch in this seed that may prevent this seed to be beaten if it were a 6 GM seed. And I don't know if you saw that in going to Valley of Death, one of the first encounters was a bridge encounter, and when I finished it, it led me into the rock, into the mountains. So it got me out of Valley of Death. So I'll check it later if that's a glitch, and if that happens again if you try to enter Valley of Death. That was very interesting.
Yeah, I saw that, and when I was commentating, I thought, oh, if that's Great Palace, this seed might not be beatable. And then after you got into Great Palace, I thought about it some more, and I actually wonder if you could encounter skip that tile.
Yeah, I believe that will be the way to beat the seed. I also thought about that, but technically that's a glitch, and yeah. If that happens again, if you get in there, I don't know if it happened to Dr. J, but yeah, we must talk with Jake about it. I'll play this seed again later to check it out.
Yeah, I'm actually not sure if it happened to Dr. J either, because he had his capture freeze like right as he was walking down the path towards Valley of Death. So his capture froze right there, and then probably 10 or 15 minutes later he reset it and his capture came back, and it was in he was in GP. So
yeah. Oh, another thing I didn't know about, well, I kind of knew about it but didn't think about it as a strategy, is that I didn't know that the fire spell will make the fireballs that Thunderbird throws disappear, so that helped a lot in that fight, even though it wasn't required. I kind of forgot that I had that possibility of going left at the Trails room.
right,
So,
the
yeah,
Thunder doing a
I
clear
was-
screen really helps.
Yeah, I wasn't 100% sure that
Hey.
Thunderbird will be required, and I guess at this moment Dr. J is in the same state of mind, maybe.
Yeah, he even left Great Palace for a little bit there, and I'm not sure if he was just trying to level or if he was trying to look for a heart, but neither of you found any hearts. I mean, obviously there were a couple of locations unchecked, but
Yeah, I don't believe there was a heart, but yeah, there were a lot of locations left unseen, so who knows, but
I mean, it was
I
mostly
believe we-
palaces, I think, that were unchecked, but
yeah, but we got some hints about the palaces. I got a hint that Helmet Head got a one Abdul, and what else did I find? No, and the P bag I found in Balance 1.
Yep. Yeah, I
But
think
yeah,
you both
the
found
other
both of
palaces
those.
were an option for hard containers maybe, but thankfully it was beatable, and thankfully, really thankfully, fire was linked to thunder. I don't know if I will have been able to beat this one without that.
Yeah, that one hit. I assume it was even one hit if you use shield too, right?
Yeah, Thunderbird is one hit anyway.
Yeah, I noticed you weren't using shield, and I figured you must have found it. It still was one hit anyway, so.
I even consider going back to Rudo to get Reflect, because I had the trophy, so I thought about that to help me in the Thunderbird fight if I...
Yeah, and maybe that's what
Dr.
DrJ did. But yeah, taking some of the left paths really in Great Palaces is what was needed.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it was going the first room to the right, then going up, and after that, almost everything to the left. Taking the drops, and when you end up in the trails drops, going to the left. And not taking the ferry room to the left. I don't know where that will lead. But yeah, it wasn't leading to the end if you took the ferry room to the left.
Yeah, it seemed like, I mean, you both played a lot of, you know, had a lot of deaths, but then also played a lot of the combat pretty safe because, you know, that one heart container.
Yeah, I hadn't had this low survivability in a while. I believe the last time I did was like 3 or 4 months ago that we did a one-hit knockout seed, and I wasn't able to finish it. So yeah, the Max Rando has been pretty, pretty merciful to me lately, especially in the practice seeds and in the races. So yeah, I was kind of rusty in surviving, but well, I discovered to survive. Now we see that Dr. J got out of Great Palace again. Let's see what he tries to find to help him.
Yeah, it did seem like the first couple of life levels did help quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, the leveling up wasn't that hard. At the beginning it was kind of hard, but as soon as you found Palace 2, the Drippers dropped 100 iron apples, so I used those to level up a bit. But yeah, then again, sometimes leveling up doesn't help too much. A lot of enemies will kill you in one hit. And for example, I embarrassed myself dying 2 times to Horsehead. I always kill him flawless victory, but when you know that he will kill you in one hit, you get nervous and start messing up.
Yeah, I saw at least one death on Horsehead. I think maybe part of it is I saw you were doing a crouch stab. Or I think a lot of people learn to do just a regular jump stab.
Yeah, I do crouch stabs for safety. However, today my hands were acting too cool. Whenever I was gonna hit him, I pressed the back button and hit backwards. So yeah, my mind was a mess at that moment. This kind of seeds put my mind in a very bad state. I make a lot of mistakes in navigation because I'm panicked because of the low levels and
oh, look at that!
One-hit knockout.
There is a heart container in this seed.
Oh, a P-Bag cave, right?
Yeah, East P-Bag cave. And a heart container.
Let's see if Thunderbird still one-hits you. But I believe he'll still die with one hit.
Maybe not with the shield.
Yeah, life 6 with shield maybe help him, maybe get him 2 hits.
We'll have to see how disappointed he is when he kills Thunderbird. Finds the dead end.
That was like... That was terrible. I was like, oh, I messed up. Well, I was 100% sure Thunderbird was required, but at the same time, I had this tiny thing in my mind that said, maybe it's not required, maybe you didn't navigate well. But yeah, when it was a dead end, I knew immediately. The trails room came to my mind at that moment, as I found the dead end.
Looks like we had the candle here in the other pea bag cave. It's a little late for that one, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I felt when I found the magic key. I believe it was in Maze Island or something, and yeah, I already had done Palace 1. So what palace did Dr. J do? 1, 2?
No, he ended up doing Palace 2. He actually ended up doing Palace 2 before you finished a palace.
Oh yeah, I failed miserably at Palace 2. But I also was feeling very uneasy being in there because, well, you could get glove locked and it could be very long and very stupid. So I knew I had to find especially GP, but when I found Palace 1, I knew it was the way to go.
Yeah, I was actually surprised at how long it took you guys to go east once you had the raft. You were a little quicker about it, but Dr. J stayed on the west for a little while after he had the hammer. Or the raft, I mean. Oh, Trails in chat is right. Dr. J actually ended up finishing Palace 6. He got glove blocked, I think, in 2. And then he ended up doing Palace 6. He had kind of a longer, kind of safe Barba fight.
So I'm gonna go check if this is glitched. I'm gonna check that out. If you got an encounter, I believe you'd also end up in the mountains. But yeah, I'll check that out. So I'll cut this call and I'll do that. We'll see it together while we see Dr. JayPHD finish this one.
Well, normally when you encounter Skip, you stay on the encounter tile, whereas if you walk into the encounter and then like go through it or fairy feed it, you get automatically pushed to the next tile, even if it's a mountain tile. So it looks like we've lost Victor from the in the voice chat. So thanks to him for stopping in and putting on a great race of a largely one heart container seed. But it looks like Victor's gonna go try to check it now. Yeah, so we may get our answer here from Victor while we wait for Dr. J to give Great Palace another go. Yeah, generally if you encounter skip, you stay on the same tile. The question is if the bridge would cancel the encounter skip. My guess is that it won't, because it was a lava tile, not a bridge tile. If there's a heart in P4, there could be. Obviously, with that encounter tile, probably neither one of them got there. I know we lost Dr. J's capture there for a little while, but... Alright, then we have Dr. J going back into Great Palace. I'll give it a try here. Alright, Dr. J giving Thunderbird another go. We'll see if he can take another hit this time. Going back to the jump strat. I think that's probably what he's more used to. Ah yeah, looks like the encounter skip worked, so you can get to Palace 4. Well, yep, you can take the one hit, so still makes for a tough fight. We'll see if Dr. J will try to you know, finish this out. I think with some luck here, he could do it. Oh nope, there goes the luck. Gonna dive right back in. Alright, Dr. J, gonna give it another shot here. Should be able to take one hit again. We'll see if he goes for his jump strat. He does. I think that's his comfort zone, is the jump strat. I think if he got good fireball patterns, he could make it work. What ROM hack is this? This is not actually a ROM hack. This is, well, in a way I guess it is. This is the Zelda 2 randomizer. This is a max rando flags version. Yeah, so if you like Zelda 2, our good friend DigShake there in chat made the Zelda 2 randomizer. Yes, whole new game every time. Items are moved around, rooms and palaces are in different orders, you know, items are shuffled, magic and life levels. There are all sorts of options, and all sorts of opportunities for fun. Yes, blame DigShake. I mean, don't blame DigShake. It's DigShake's fault that we get to have so much fun with Zelda 2. Decades after it was, you know, in its heyday. Where to download? There is a link somewhere, and hopefully Duke Shake or Victor or somebody can... Oh, hey, there we go. There are even bot commands that I don't know. Look at that. There's a Bitbucket link for you. Yes, so you can make you can make flags that are a little bit easier, especially if you're just starting out. This is Max Rando flags, and they drew a pretty difficult one. They had one heart container for nearly all the seed. Eventually Dr. J left a Great Palace and did go find one. The tragedy here is that we know from Victor's play, he did finally go through and beat Thunderbird and found a dead end immediately to the right, so this punishment of low-life Thunderbird is actually unnecessary for Dr. J, but he does not know that. Since this is a blind race of a, they're both playing the same seed, but they don't get information about what the other person has done or where things are or any of that, so... Actually put the time in since we have it. Victor did finish with an official SRL time of 1 hour 23 minutes 21 seconds. Post that. Dr. J talk. Not during the race. We have we're using his audio for the game audio, but he has his microphone off for the race. He may, after the race, if he finishes up, he may stop into the voice channel for an interview, as Victor did for a while there. But yeah, he has his mic off for the race portion. What are the odds? Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens if he does finally get this kill. Oh, it took 2 shots in a row there. If he does finally get this kill and finds his dead end, I wonder what he's gonna think. If he'll rage quit, or if he'll move on and try to find the correct route. Vegas out to quit. I don't know, he's been pretty persistent about T-Bird, so he may want to finish the seed no matter what. I mean, he's done pretty well avoiding flames with the jump strats, I think. It's just tough when you're, your margin of error is so small. Yeah, I think this is where the pendulum strat really becomes maybe not critical, but where the pendulum strat really adds consistency. This sort of thing where you really, you know, can't take many, if any, hits. There are, you know, I've found, I think there are some people that are really just, you know, crazy good at it, but I found there are a couple situations, you know, especially when there are a lot of fireballs and you're coming into the right side of the screen and he shoots one at your head. You know, there are a couple of those situations that are still pretty dicey, even with the no jump and the pendulum strat, but it's often pretty consistent. Oh, there it is. He takes him down. Gives him the middle finger. That was well done by Dr. J. And here comes the disappointment. Oh, the eyes close. The glance to the side. The stare off into the distance. That was the payoff we were waiting for. Definitely not the payoff Dr. J was waiting for. Alright, so back to exploring GP instead of bashing our heads against it. I think the upside here is that he does have that second heart container now. He'll have a little more ability to take a couple hits. Some stuff like this this fun room with the blue chicken knight, that's a little rough. Yeah, I think whoever bet on Rage Quit needs to pony up the bits. Yeah, that fun room, man. Double spicy chicken. Oof, this room. Ooh, he squeaks by there with the heavy lag and everything. Rarely seen fairy room. At least from right to left it's fairy required. Did well to avoid some hits there. They're gonna take a left, which I presume he has not seen. He escapes. Eon drop, I know he went left here before. He found the extra life here before. I think he got Moa'd there. I didn't see anything, but I think there must be a Moa in this room. So that was he kinda got hosed there. Back to the extra life room he visited previously. Just sneaking into the drop room. Left after the drop. I know this was something that neither one of them did before they went the Thunderbird route. Yeah. After all those attempts, and plus leaving the palace and stuff, he may not have remembered exactly which paths he took before. Ooh, it was a little short on that jump. Made it, but cheesing it with Fire Thunder. Yeah, I mean that's a good strat. The Thunder cleans the does the clear screen, gets some of those fireballs out of the way. I think it's a totally viable strat if you have the magic and the fire spell for it. Well, you can go straight down the Eon drop this time instead of checking left first. A nice stab of the fish head that was gonna get him on the way down there. I'll let him know fire was thunder, yeah. Moa'd, he gets hosed on the Eon drop. He didn't have the magic for fairy there anyway, I think, but the rocks, when you have limited life or like one-hit KO, those rooms with the rocks are way more punishing than you would expect. This is one you don't necessarily think about, but a room like this, you know, and the magic levels and stuff, shield is a pretty good play in some of these rooms. You know, it's in some ways kind of funny to go get in here for a you know, less than a bar of life, but you know, life is so limited in this seed. That it's probably definitely worth the time. What's with the glitched but solvable? Yeah, this is a seed that has it's actually a really confusing thing unless you've played a ton of this randomizer, but the Valley of Death had an L shape, and the corner of the L shape was overlaid on top of a bridge tile. So when you step on it, you get a bridge encounter, and then after you go through the bridge encounter, you get moved on to the next tile. But since that was an L shape, you get moved on to a mountain and out, and you can't go over to the palace. But I mean, as it happens, if you do an encounter skip, it keeps you on that tile, and you can move to the right and head towards that palace. But it was also only a 1 gem seed, so it wasn't required. And we get the eye roll as he rolls into Darklink's room. Hopefully he can execute through this fight. You have to wait. And hopefully he doesn't get trolled like really he has been, and in a lot of ways they both were through so much of the seed. Oh, he does take a hit there. Oh, another hit. He still survives. Oh, he's making it scary. More. There it is. Oh my goodness. DrJayPHD finishing it out. 2 hours, 8 minutes, 25 seconds official SRL time. That was sure something. See if Dr. J wants to stop in for a quick conversation here. Yep, that was sure something. That was quite the race. In many very unexpected ways. But DrJayPHD, not gonna quit, finishes it out strong. Still ended up right down to the wire, even with that second heart container. We'll see if he stops in for a minute or not. He had that invisible Moa. That was a pretty troll. I don't think we had seen that the earlier times when either one of them were in Great Palace. I don't think we saw that Moa.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
No idea if you've eaten anything, but if you have, I've got the pizza down here.
Yeah, I hope he enters the room. I want to tell him that, well, if he doesn't, we'll tell him by text.
I'm here.
There you are. Hey, Dr. J. Tell us a little of the madness.
GG.
Thanks. Oh, God. I don't even know if I survived that seed. That was ridiculous. I thought I was winning for the first, like, hour and 15 minutes, too, and then, nope.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a rough seed all the way around. That one heart container for almost the entire seed. Victor never did go back out and try to find another one. We weren't even sure until you picked that one up if there were any other ones.
Yeah, because I played a practice seed where you started with 2 and you ended with 2 because there were no heart containers at all. That was fun. And I think that was T-Bird required too, but at least I didn't have that hard of a time. I think I probably had more magic in that one, but with this, you cast Thunder unless you run for levels. Because 5, 6, 6 is pretty low for the end when you have that little health.
So one thing that really helped Victor out, and actually Victor said he wasn't sure he'd have completed it without fire, because fire was thunder. It was much cheaper, and he ended up using it a number of times where he'd get under a wall of fire and you just use it to clear it out of his way so as just not to die.
I should have checked that. I assumed that fire wasn't thunder when I cast thunder and didn't have fire. Didn't realize it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, sometimes that's when I have issues of figuring out what fire is linked to.
That was just ridiculous.
You did have a good. It was a little safe strat, but you had a good fight pretty early on against Barba for your 1 gem.
Yeah, I was happy to see Barba that early because I mean, 1, I was going to get 2 attack rolls off it, and 2, I mean, I usually have a pretty easy time with Barba even if it is playing.
We did lose your capture for a little while there, but I assume you ran across the Valley of Death.
I don't think. No, I didn't make it all the way across because there was that corner in the Valley of Death that took me to the bridge and then spit me out on the other end.
Yeah, and Victor did the same thing, and when we were. When he came across that first, we were thinking, and I even talked about, oh hey, the seed might not be beatable if that was Great Palace. And then several minutes later, when he was in there, I realized if you encounter skip rather than like fairy feet or go through it, you stay on that tile, so you can get in that way.
Yeah, or I think if you back out of it, you should be able to stay on the tile and go that way.
Well, as long as you encounter skip, because if you back into it, you'd go back to the bridge, but if you cross, you'd go another tile back.
Yeah, at that point, I wasn't even going to bother trying to encounter skip because I didn't have candle either. So, and I just kept on getting eaten alive.
Yeah, I did see you pick that up at the end, but it was kind of like, that's not helpful anymore at that point.
Yeah, pretty much. They helped me get out of the cave, and that was about it.
Yeah, definitely a lot. I mean, it did seem like some of the life levels, especially early on, helped out quite a bit. But just the beep seed for almost the entire thing was pretty rough.
Yeah, beep strat's only there. But yeah, that was that seed existed, and that's about all I can say.
Right. Oh, and in chat, Ryan is saying the MOA in the Eon room.
That was unnecessary.
I don't even think we noticed it the first time you were in there and got the 1-up, and when Victor was in there a couple times, I don't think he ran into it. And then when you were after T-Bird, you went in there a couple times and just got hammered by that thing.
Yeah, it just hit me at the absolute worst possible times, and especially when you have that low health, you may not get out of that room alive.
Yeah, that seed definitely had a lot to throw you guys.
That it did.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's over.
It is over. So it was a nice race for you guys. It was very unexpected for most of the seed. There were twists and turns all over. So I think really kind of where it started to separate was because Dr. J, you did that Barba fight first and got your gem, but it took you a little while after you got the raft before you went east. And Victor got his and went east a little bit sooner, and that kind of put him just a little ahead. But it was really hard to tell until you guys ended up getting the glove.
Yeah.
Right next to Great Palace at the end.
Yeah, I think I was just trying to clean out as much as I could on the western continent, kind of hoping for a heart container or something like that.
Yeah, there were so many magic containers all over and no heart containers.
And tea bags. Let's not forget those.
Yeah, there were plenty of those too. A couple times I actually gave you levels. Both of you really were like close to a level and ended on one of those, and so it kind of helped level wise. But it's that's sort of a shorter term solution.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah, the life levels weren't worth it, like until we got like life 5 or life 6. Before that, everything will one hit us.
Yeah, pretty much just one hit everything, and those seeds can get really frustrating in a hurry. But thankfully, the 1-up drops from I think it went all the groups. That was nice.
I think we covered the main difficulties. I don't know that I have any other questions about this seed. Anything else you guys want to add? Last thoughts?
No, not in particular. I believe I was lucky that I took a peek in that mountain and found Hammer Cave, and then decided to go for it after I did some things in the west and I could survive things a little bit more. But aside from that, yeah, this seed was terrible. And
yeah, you pretty much set it off for me too.
All right, well, thanks for the race, guys, and thanks for hanging out and watching, everyone. And I'm not sure what else we have coming up on Rando Mania, but I think that was it for the night.
yeah, thank you, Link, for the restream, the commentary, the tracking, the everything, and yeah, thank you for making this race available for everyone. So yeah, good night, man. Thank you.
Yeah, it looks like we do have some max